So in our hunt for Glen, we absolutely had to come here. This is a place called Knifis. After 36 hours being lost out at sea on his migration south, he eventually got blown by strong winds back towards the coast of the Sahara at this incredible oasis which sits right behind the coast, right behind the beach, and it's a vast area of wetland that is absolutely full of mullet. And at low tide you can see these marshy areas around here, they actually trap mullet. So actually for a young bird who's on migration, trying to learn how to do the migration, getting better and better at trying to learn how to feed himself, this could have been the perfect area. And also, could this be a clue to why he's choosing sites which have large areas of beach at small pools behind the beach, and that's where he's fishing? So that's what we're finding he's doing at the next two sites. The other two sites that he's visited, they're difficult for us to get to because they're behind lots of security. They're a phosphate mine. But why is he choosing those areas that have got lots of obstructions? They've got power lines, they've got heavy machinery, but they have got areas of wetland behind the beach where he knows he's going to get fish, and certainly at low tide there'll probably be fish trapped behind them. We have found the site and got cameras, binoculars and everything at the ready, and the site is just off the main road, but he's using a pylon on the side of one of the tram lines that's moving phosphate, and so we're positioned between the tram lines and the port where there's piles of phosphate and high walls and barbed wire. So yeah, got out the binoculars just to try and look, and pretty instantly they had staff, security guards whistling at us that was not possible to film. Whilst the security guards were clearly under instruction to not let us photograph or film or be near the phosphate mine at all if possible, one of them did take my card and has since sent a couple of messages saying that he has spotted him, and has even sent me a picture. It's a very small picture of a bird in a sky, so who knows, but at least it's captured the imagination of one of the guys on site. And whilst we didn't manage to find Glen when we were there, Salek promised to keep on looking.
Alors bonjour Sacha, je l'ai pris par photo. Il est sur mon appareil photo. Dès que j'entre, je vais télécharger les photos sur mon PC et les envoyer. Voilà, je l'ai vu. C'était ma première observation, j'étais très heureux. C'était ma première observation de Glen. Là sur la partie où vous m'avez localisé. Voilà, dès que j'entre, je vais vous envoyer les photos. Il est en bonne santé, Glen. Je l'ai vu, c'était ma première observation ici au sud marocain.
With the help of Salek, we were able to go and speak to not only the fishermen who work at the big commercial fisheries, also those more artisanal fishers, to ask them how often they see ospreys, whether they're a regular sight. In general, they see very few ospreys. They see them passing on their migrations, not as regulars through the winter. Salek also took us to have tea with a fisherman that used to work at the phosphate mine, and he was able to tell us way more detail about the different sites that Glen is using. There are plenty of mullet there for Glen to fish. However, at the north end of that, those buildings are part of a waste disposal, so actually there is potential for spills and pollution within that site. So this is the Guelmim region, where there are plans to build a UK renewable energy farm and ship the power back to the UK. And you can see why it is a prime spot for both solar power and wind energy. It blows windy all through the night. There's a vast area of desert. For some reason, this has been a black spot for electrocution of birds on power line pylons. Could the problem be that once birds have migrated across the high Atlas, they're on the lookout for patches of green where there might be food? And there are plenty in small patches. If you build power lines near them, you're bound to have an impact.
On trouve une patte, enfin, d'un aigle électrocuté. Il y a que ça qui reste. Probablement ça fait longtemps. Il y en a les cerfs, il y en a une qui manque là. Donc c'est un signe d'électrocution. Le phénomène d'électrocution dépend de plusieurs paramètres. À la fois, on a la typologie du pylône, l'endroit où se situe l'endroit, et l'environnement immédiat. D'autres paramètres, on ne va pas les détailler, mais la typologie des pylônes, l'endroit où se trouve, l'humidité, enfin il y avait quand même des brouillards assez denses qui favorisent encore le phénomène de conductivité et par conséquent l'électrocution des oiseaux.
But the good news is there's ways of minimising collisions of this sort of infrastructure with birds if you look at their migration routes to start with and make sure that they're built with birds in mind.
On a travaillé sur ce phénomène depuis 2015. On a quand même assuré un suivi régulier de cette ligne et des lignes qui existent à proximité. Et des fois, quand on fait un suivi à long terme, on peut relativiser plus ou moins ce phénomène ou son ampleur. Ouais. La découverte de ce point a été déclencheur pour vraiment aborder la thématique au niveau du Maroc. Et ça a fait un effet domino, ça a généré beaucoup de choses. Pour le prévenir, il faut faire recourir à des armements, enfin des typologies d'armements. L'armement, c'est la partie supérieure des pylônes électriques, qui sont sains, tout simplement, qui présentent des dimensions, qui permettent quand même à l'aigle, au rapace, de se poser sans recourir au moins de danger d'électrocution. Il y a des dimensions à respecter, des écartements entre lignes, des écartements qui sont... C'est un truc scientifique en fin de compte. Mais le plus important, encore une fois, c'est prévenir. Si on a ce problème maintenant, on est conscient, on sait les causes d'électrocution, il faut les éviter dans l'avenir. Pour les éviter justement, il faut recourir à des modèles, des mises à jour, des modèles qui permettent de sauver nos rapaces.